what God has called us to do. And I invite you on today to look in the book of Numbers with me. Book of Numbers. Numbers 14. Numbers 14. I know you already know this. This is Old Testament. Numbers chapter 14, we're going to start right at verse 1. All right, come on. This book of wandering. Numbers 14. It reads this way in the English Standard Version. Then all the congregation raised a loud cry. The people wept that night. All the people of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The whole congregation said to them, "Would that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would that we had died in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us into this land to fall by the sword? Our wives and our little ones will become a prey. Would it not be better for us to go back to Egypt?" They said to one another, "Let us choose a leader and go back to Egypt." My God. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the people of Israel. And Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were among those who spied out the land, tore their clothes and said to all the congregation of the people of Israel, "The land which we passed through to spy it out is an exceedingly good land. If the Lord delights in us, He will bring us into this land and give it to us. It's a land that flows with milk and honey. Only do not prevail against the Lord, and do not fear the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their protection is removed from them, and the Lord is with us, so do not fear them." And finally, then all the congregation said to stone them with stones. But the glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting to all the people of Israel. And on today, I want to begin a series of messages for the next 6 weeks entitled Faith in the Forecast. Because, very quickly, I'll say, when you turn on the television, you and I receive weather forecasts. Persons, meteorologists, and others who spend time learning and studying, and then they use technology to help aid them in providing their best possible forecast of what the weather conditions might be. And while some may call these predictions and others may call them projections, what they really are proclamations of what should be coming and what is on the way. And that's what I want us as a church to do, and I want us to do it, however, in faith. Because we not only can proclaim what's coming, but we can do it in faith. And so we're not just going to make a forecast, we're going to put faith in our forecast. And so the first message of this 6-week series, Faith in the Forecast, is entitled Seeing God in the Negatives. Tell somebody, you and I, if we have faith, can learn how to see God in the negative. You may have to see God in the negative. The series is Faith in the Forecast. And the first sermon of our series together will be Seeing God in the Negative. One of the more intriguing developments of the 20th century was the use of negative camera film in photography. The sheer innovation of photography in church was in and of itself a remarkable achievement. However, the use of photo negatives took things to another level, because one could not only capture precious moments in time through pictures, but could now catalog these moments in case additional photos needed to be reproduced and even enhanced. So when one looks at a negative image, the lightest portions of the image appear dark.
Well,
And the darkest portions of the image appear light. The significance of this strange reversal is that the camera film used light-sensitive chemicals in order to capture the images onto the film. Therefore, in order for anyone to actually see the images in great detail and then make prints that satisfied customers, images had to be viewed as negatives before they could ever be produced, evaluated, and printed with quality.
good.
In other words, quality photos were only produced after someone took the time to view the negatives.
Talk.
Because the negatives exposed details that had to be evaluated before quality pictures could be sent out. And just as pictures had to be viewed in the negatives before they could be properly evaluated and printed and produced, you and I as believers in the power of God must understand that God demands that we learn to see Him sometimes in the negative.
Wow.
You and I have to learn to see God in the negatives of our lives, because it is often in the negatives of our circumstances that God develops our ability to see Him even in the midst of a difficult situation. You see, faith cannot be developed in the positives, but only faith has to be developed in the negatives of our lives. I'm going to say that again because I think somebody's struggling with that. Sometimes God will use what's negative to develop your faith.
Wow.
Because what's positive may not strengthen you like some of the negatives.
Yes, sir.
Financial blessing and breakthrough, that's positive. Financial strain and collapse, that's negative. But God will use strain and collapse and struggle, watch this, so that we understand that regardless of how bad it gets and how broke you and I may have been, that we learn to say that our God shall supply all of our needs. Come on, you can help me. According to His riches in glory. But I can't recite that verse with power if I'm always in the circle.
Talk.
Good health, good diagnosis from the doctor, that's positive. Bad medical diagnosis, that's negative. But watch this, God will use a difficult and negative health diagnosis to help you understand that those of us who are well have no need for a physician. But those who are sick, not only physically but spiritually, have access to the great physician. Early success in preparation for your career path, that's positive. But detours and delays in the pursuit of your career, that's negative. But God will use delays and detours to help us better internalize that if we walk by faith and not by sight, then we won't miss out on the fact that God is often working beneath the surface of our circumstances. So whether we're dealing with finances or dealing with family or dealing with our future or any other aspect of our lives, church, you and I must develop in faith when we can develop in faith when we embrace what Isaiah said when he said it this way: God's ways are not our ways, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And so this is in fact what the people of Israel had trouble learning when we glance at this narrative found in this book of Numbers. Israel was at a critical juncture in the life of their community. They were on the other side of emancipation, but had not yet achieved occupation of their promise. They were and had been delivered, but had more steps to take to fulfill their divine destiny. They had tremendous history, but were on the verge of forfeiting their future if they did not gain perspective of the monumental opportunity that was in front of them. The elder generation of Aaron and Moses had seen the tyranny of Pharaoh's Egyptian taskmasters. But the emerging generation of Joshua and Caleb had their eyes on the milk and honey that their God had promised them in the new land.
That's right.
So it is here that we find the tension in Israel's camp, because they were standing in between deliverance and destiny. They were in between emancipation and occupation. They were in between coming out of and overcoming obstacles and standing in front of their next opportunity. And I come to ask somebody today, if you might be living right where Israel was living. How many of you are on the other side of deliverance, but you're still right before your destiny? How many of you are standing on the other side of being brought out of where God allowed you to stay for a while, but you have not yet entered into what He promised? Anybody ever been stuck in between? You see, being stuck in transition, in between, can be a very precarious position to be in. Because watch this, if you're not careful, you can become discouraged when you're in between. You can become very fretful and fearful when you're in between. Because you are on the other side of where you were, but you're not yet where God's taking you. More than any other place when you're in between. You're in between job. You had a great job and you lost it. You've been given an interview for the next job, and they tell you that it looks good, but you're still waiting. The bill collectors have to stop calling, and you're still waiting. You're living in between. You just graduated high school, but you have not yet received your acceptance letter in college because you applied late. And you got a good idea that you're going to get in, but you're not yet 100% certain, and so you're still waiting. You're living in between. Anybody here can testify today that sometimes God will make you wait a while in between? He'll bring you out of your trial and your struggle and your tribulation and what was a burden for you, but He'll make you stand still just a little while you wait on Him to usher you into your promise.
Talk, man.
And if you're not careful, you'll get tempted to go back to where God brought you out of. Watch this. Just because along the way, along the journey, there's some inconvenience. And there's some emergencies, and there's some discomfort. But how many know that you can, if you can weather the discomfort of living in between, then you'll walk right into your destiny? I said, how many know that if you can hang out long enough and put up with the aggravation of being uncomfortable for a while, then God can take you out of bondage and take you into the promised land. He'll take you into opportunity. But you got to stick with Him long enough that you don't forfeit what He has for you. Somebody needs to know that you can forfeit what God has for you. Now, we're going to keep our theology correct. That don't mean God never had it, or that your inability to walk into it takes away from God's power to give it to you, but you can forfeit. Because God requires faith in order for you to access what He had. And so that's where they are. And so it's here that we find the tension in Israel's camp. You see, 10 of the 12 spies, which were sent out to essentially give a sneak preview of the promised land that God was going to give to them. Remember that, because I'm going to come back to that. God was giving them. They didn't have to go take what was not there. There might have been some other folk already there. But God said, I'm giving it to you. You do realize that sometimes and oftentimes God will give you what already belongs to somebody else. said you were disqualified for it and not qualified for it. And he'll put you in the very position of the person that tried to keep you from taking theirs.
He can do that.
But you got to come to work with your shirt tucked in. And you got to comb your hair. And you got to have a haircut. And you got to tie your shoes. Brothers, you got to pull up your pants. And if you do those things, then he'll promote you.
Yes, he will. Yes, he
I'm
will.
saying this out of love. God will elevate you if you do your part. But we got to do our part. And God will do his part. So they're supposed to get a sneak preview of the land. 12 men went in. Got a glimpse of what God was about to do.
Yes, sir.
10 of them came back with a negative, rotten, ridiculous report. They came back with a regrettable report that occupying the land, watch this, would not be achieved. Because of what they said were the challenges that stood in their way. Only 2 of the spies, Joshua and Caleb, brought back positive reports, which conveyed that occupying the land was in fact achievable as long as God was on their side. And I've come to tell you that as long as God is on our side, there's nothing impossible for the Lord to handle. I said as long as God is on our side, there's nothing too hard for God. Anybody believe that there's nothing too hard for God? Anybody ever seen God take what you thought was too hard and he moved and he operated in your situation? That's what God can do if you have enough faith to trust in him. So one group reported in fear and one group reported in faith. One group was captive to their doubt, while the other group had the courage of great conviction. And so this tension highlights for us the important relationship between vision and vocabulary.
All right, come on now.
In other words, what we see affects what we say. See, if I can see by faith, then I'll talk about it with words.
Come on now.
But if I cannot see it due to a lack of faith, I'll spend all my time using words of doubt and discouragement. All because my eyes have sight but no vision. You ever met somebody with good sight but no vision?
Come on now.
They get invited to the housewarming and all they can talk about is what the stain they found on the rug and the crack they found in the wall. Rather than celebrate that somebody has a new house, they're criticizing what they see. Sight but no vision. Somebody meets a good man, a good woman, and one of the girlfriends, one of the homeboys, all they can see is that they don't have a lot of money right now. Their car isn't that fly right now. No rims, no new shoes, no new J's. There's no glitter, there's no shimmer and shine. They can see, but there's no vision. You got to be very careful about spending too much time around people that have no vision. I'm telling you something, God can do amazing things with folks that tap in with vision. God can do very little with folks that have no vision. Joshua and Caleb, they stood. They acknowledged that they had some issues, there were some challenges, but nevertheless, they said as long as the Lord is with us, we are well able to overcome whoever and whatever stands in our way. And you see, there ought to be somebody here who can recall how God helped you overcome those who stood in your way. There should be somebody here who can remember and rejoice over how God helped you overcome obstacles and setbacks and setups and every other scheme that the devil tried to put in your way. Anybody know that God is worth celebrating because despite all the schemes and the setups and the setbacks and the traps and the ditches that folks tried to dig for you, that God kept you on your feet and allowed you to walk right into it. on our side, we could not be where we are right now. And so it takes understanding the value of vision, because without vision, the Bible says people perish. And it takes the usage of victorious vocabulary, because the Bible says life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So I'm going to talk about what I believe. And if you get around somebody that's always negative, that tells you what they believe. That tells you where they are spiritually and psychologically and emotionally. Because if all they can say is negative, then that means there's nothing they see in life that is beyond the struggles of their service. And faith is not being blind to struggle, but looking at struggle and still seeing God.
Good word. Good word.
Faith is not being blind to struggle, blind to hardship. It's not being in denial, but it's learning how to develop your vision. So that you can look at a bad situation and still say that the Lord is still with you.
Yes.
That the Lord is still my shepherd. And he still leads me beside still waters. He can still restore my soul. He'll still lead me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. And yea, though I walk through some valleys at times, I will fear no evil. Why? Because the Lord is with me. His rod and his staff, they comfort me. And he prepares tables for me. Not in the absence, but the presence of my enemies. That's faith.
That's faith.
That's faith. So as we move, perspective church enables us to recognize God's faith when his promises seem overwhelmingly difficult to fulfill. In other words, God has made some promises, and God is showing favor. But if you and I are not careful, watch this, we can miss that we're being favored because of frustration. Favor is not the absence of aggravating circumstances. Thank Holy Ghost, you remember Joseph, don't you? Joseph ended up as the prime minister and secretary of agriculture in the entire Egyptian land, but he didn't start there.
Good illustration.
Joseph watched all the brothers kneel before him that talked about him and sabotaged him and sold him into slavery. But he would not have been able to show grace and forgiveness and favor if he had not learned that God will sometimes favor you without struggle. It's the presence of God, not the absence of God. That's faith. That God is with me every step of the way. And so you and I have to develop perspective, because it's going to help you and I recognize God in the midst of circumstances where it looks like it's going to be too difficult for God to do what he said. Now let me just be honest, even if you're not going to be honest. Now let me ask, anybody here ever really get down low? And you knew that God had told you that he was going to open the door. You knew that God had shown you some things along the way, and that he was still able to make a way out of nowhere. But if you're honest, you had some moments where you really had to ask God.
Been there.
Lord, are you sure? Is this the place? Is this the person? Is this the job? Is this really? Thank you, Holy Ghost. Lest you think I'm the only one, the Bible says Gideon asked God one time, Lord, I need you to confirm for me, because I'm the lowest of the low. He was down on himself. He said, I come from the weakest him why does not guarantee he'll answer right then. Nor does it guarantee that he'll answer the way you think he will. So you may not agree with his answer, but you can ask him why. You can ask him how. How do I know that? Because his own son asked him why. So who are we to tell folks they can never ask God why when Jesus said, Father, why have you forsaken me? God can handle our questions. That don't make him any less God. For you and I to have moments of doubt and weakness and discouragement. The sin is if we get stuck there and refuse to see that God can lift us out. That's the sin of worry. That you and I literally sin when we worry. I know that's a tough word for somebody, but you and I become sinful when we allow ourselves to be consumed with worry. Because what we're saying is, God, I'm so fixated on my problem, I can't see you.
Yep.
And you and I have to learn how to see God
In the negative. Yeah.
So I'm moving quickly. What are the benefits then, church, of having and maintaining a faith perspective? Well, you look at the text, you find out first of all that perspective will emancipate us from a negative self-image. Because let's look at verse 2 and 3 and 4. It says, all people of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The whole congregation said to them, would that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would that we had died in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us into this land to fall? Why would God take us out of Egypt? Just so we can come out here and die. Our wives, our little ones will become a prey. Would it not be better to just go back? What a sad time. God had brought Israel out. And now they have the nerve and the audacity to say we ought to go back. You ever met somebody that you watch God bring them out of a situation? But they were so comfortable with being in captivity that they wanted to go back? See how quiet back right there? See, it's easy to become complacent and comfortable in captivity. Because when I'm captive in my circumstance, I don't have to be accountable for my decision making. But when God liberates me, now it's on me.
Woo! Yeah.
I can't say it was the man, it's me.
Yes, sir.
Now, we live in America. There are still some systemic ills that do plague our society. There are some things that are larger than we are as individuals.
Yeah.
So there are still some things. Just turn on the television. Let's look at your tablet and watch the president. Of the United States of America. But see, what he's learning is you can only act a fool for so long. If you voted for him, sorry. You might not like me. You can only act a fool for so long. Until it begins to catch up. And it begins to have residual effects that have ramifications and consequences that span far beyond you. So that's why CEOs and leaders are walking away from it. Because they're tired of foolishness. They're tired of blatant irresponsibility.
Yes.
Blatant bigotry. Blatant bullying. And now it took the death of a white woman.
Deal with it.
And if you're white, I love you in Christ Jesus, but I gotta tell you the truth. It took the death, not of black men, but a white woman in
sir.
They sat in the back of the bus and stopped riding the bus for a whole year.
Talk, sir.
Till the nation said, all right.
Come on now.
And now you see law enforcement officers. We stand with Cap.
Yeah.
It took a black quarterback to kneel during the national anthem.
Stay there, Doc.
Now you see other players and even white athletes in the NFL putting their arms around players and standing in the gap and saying, we understand that. Because when I saw that car ride through that crowd of people, now I understand what you all have been saying the whole time. Now I understand. So you got to see God
Yes, sir.
in the midst of the negatives. But here's where we become captive. Israel in this text was convinced that their vulnerability made victory impossible. They were captive to a negative self-image because they raised the question, why is God bringing us into the land to fall? Our wives and little ones will become prey. They're just acknowledging there are people there who are stronger than we are, who have more numbers than we do, and yet God wants to take us in there and put us in harm's way. They acknowledge their vulnerability, but they assumed that vulnerability made victory impossible. And somebody here might forfeit the door of opportunity simply because you feel inadequate. And you feel unqualified. You feel like you have too many flaws, too much of your past, too many mistakes. And I've come to say that your vulnerability, your flaws, your mistakes, none of that disqualifies you and God cannot be
Yep.
So when God puts his hands on you, then he can take you forward.
Yeah.
So that was their first mistake, that they developed a negative self-image because they thought being vulnerable, being weak, having issues and challenges made victory impossible.
Yes, sir. All right.
Here's what they did. They overestimated the strength of their enemies.
Yeah.
And here's what they did. They underestimated the power of their God. How many of us go through life sometimes and we overestimate the devil's power and underestimate God? Now, I'm not saying the devil doesn't have power, but I'm saying you can't overestimate his power. You can't sneeze at it, but you shouldn't be intimidated by it either. Because God always has more.
Yeah.
And in the end has the final say-so in our circumstances. So Israel also, watch this, church, they internalized their inferiority. You see, the text says, they said, would it not be better for us to go back? Wait a minute, they were slaves in Egypt. This tells us God can take you out of Egypt. But it sometimes takes longer for him to take Egypt out of you. God can bring you out of where you were stuck. Sometimes it can take a little longer for him to get you out of mentally and psychologically and emotionally where you were. They said, wouldn't it be better to go back into Egypt to choose a leader? They had a leader. They said, we're going to choose one and go back. God had given them one, they wanted to choose and go back to where God brought them out. We are not able to go up against this people. They are stronger than us. So they brought this bad report, and here's what they said. If you go back to chapter 13, they said the land that we're going to, that we spied out, this land, it devours its inhabitants. All the people we saw there, look, church, they're in great height. They're all tall. They're all giants. And they were. They saw the Nephilim, the sons of Anak, who were from that particular tribe of people, and they were larger. They were abnormally large. And here's what the sad part is. They said, and we seem to ourselves like grasshoppers.
Yep.
And here's what they said, and so we seem to them. Not only did they see themselves that way, but then they applied that and projected onto them how they saw it. Yeah. Nowhere in the text does it say that the giant said this about Israel. Yeah. It said Israel said it about themselves. Yeah. How many of us are still captive to a negative self? How many of us want different hair? Different color skin? That's all right. God has fearfully and wonderfully made you. So whatever your shape, whatever size your lips or your nose is, thank the Lord because He made you special. He made each of you beautiful. And see, you know what happens? A negative self-image will manifest itself in very dangerous ways. Because you'll go to Walmart with your house shoes on.
Talk.
I knew we get along. That's all right.
Talk, sir.
Smile, so I don't think so you don't let me know I'm talking about you. Honey, leave the house shoes at home. That's why they call it house shoes. Because here's what you'll do. You'll enroll at McNeese State. Have a major in pre-law, in criminal justice, in whatever. Have a great future, but show up to Walmart in house shoes. And then, here's what you'll do, young women. You'll talk about how there are no good young black men. But you at the store in house shoes.
Talk, man.
I'm saying this because I love you too much. I'm not talking about someone not being able to afford shoes. I'm talking about somebody that has shoes and wears house shoes. It's not about the shoes. It's about the mindset. Come here, brothers. I saw a man in Walmart yesterday evening.
Talk.
A lovely young lady and a handsome young man. With a basket. He's pushing a basket, she's walking in front. They're getting all the things they need. And as I walk by, I see all of his underwear. He has, listen, brand new jeans, brand new shirt, brand new shoes, and brand new underwear. I ought not be able to tell what condition your underwear is. But here's the thing. You can have a negative self-image. In other words, you can be living below where God wants you to live and not even know. Because, and I'm going to come back to that in just a second, because you can be so far gone in your mind. You can be so locked in to doing it one way. And you don't take the time to ask, do I have to do it this way? Just because all of my aunties did it this way, do I have to be that way? I love all my family, but do I have to continue this vicious cycle to the next generation? Or can I make a shift so that my family can live and not borrow? Yes, sir.
Talk.
So you and I, we must be delivered from, emancipated from a negative self-image. And And that's what was about to cause Israel to forfeit their promised land. Because they saw themselves in a negative light. I'm saying this and I'm moving on to my final point. It's not what other folks say about us. It's what you say about yourself. If you and I believe the definitions that other people ascribe to us, that's our fault. Not theirs. It don't make it right. It don't mean it doesn't hurt. But you got to learn in Jesus' name to not allow somebody else's definition of you to become the definition you use for yourself. So you can come out of the ghetto and you can still make it. You don't have to have new J's and you can still make it. You don't have to have the latest bag, but you can still make it. Because it's not what other people's definitions of you are. It's not what other people's perceptions of us are. But it's how I present myself. If all I have is a t-shirt and some jeans, iron it and put it on and walk with your head and shoulders up.
Yeah.
You can be sophisticated and cultured and cosmopolitan and credentialed and still be sloppy. So you can wear St. John and still be a gospel. So it's not what you wear, it's how you present yourself. It's the attitude. It's the mindset. Can I give God my best and trust Him to give me what I need? I got to move. I got to close. Perspective, it not only emancipates us from a negative self-image of finally, church, perspective will enable us to recognize sovereign intention. See, faith helps you with your self-image, as it did for Israel, but faith will help you with sovereign intention. Faith, perspective, helps you recognize the sovereign intention of God. Look at the text, look at verse 5. It says, Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the congregation. Joshua and Caleb, who were among those, they were so upset with the negative report, they tore their clothes. They said to the people, the land which we passed through to spy it out, it's an exceedingly good land. And if the Lord delights in us, He will help us and He will bring us into the land. And watch this, He's going to give it to us. I'm hurting. They were confused on what God was actually doing. God had one intention, but because many of them lacked faith, they couldn't recognize it. Because here's what happened. Israel's rebellious spirit blinded them to God's repositioning plan. God was repositioning them. He said, if the Lord delights, He will bring us into the land. Let's go back real quick. Egypt was a place of substandard living. Because we already said they want to go back, but here's why. They were living substandard in slavery, but they had a measure of satisfaction. And do you know that some people are content with a substandard existence?
Yep.
As long as they have a measure of satisfaction.
Yes, sir.
This means you can be satisfied, yet living beneath and below the standard and the value God has placed on your life. You can be dating substandard. But because you're satisfied. Come on. See how quiet we get right there? This isn't just for young people, this is for all of us. Because you've been there too. Where you met somebody and there was but you found yourself going in the wrong direction. And some of us will be content with being satisfied and substandard. Long as I get some satisfaction, I'll stay right here. Below where God wants me to be. Because I get some satisfaction. The wilderness, however, was a place of scarcity. See, God brought them out of substandard living in Egypt. Then he was positioning them to put them in the wilderness. They had to walk through the Red Sea. They're wandering around because of lack of faith. So now they're having to depend on God in a place of scarcity. Israel had to learn how to eat manna that fell from heaven. They had to learn that even though they didn't have everything they wanted, they had everything they needed. It was a place of scarcity. But then God was finally moving them to a place of surplus. God took them from substandard living to scarce living so that they can learn how to depend on it. And then he was going to take them into a place of surplus. How many people are about to forfeit your surplus because you're upset in your period of scarcity? You don't want to trust God to feed you with manna. You're anxious to get into your surplus. But you got to learn how to trust God and thank Him for your manna.
Yeah.
I'm talking about thanking Him for making sure that even if you're barely making it, you're still making it. Because barely making it is still making it. And there's some folks that aren't making it. Right. As well as we are. So God was repositioning them and they couldn't see it because they didn't have faith. God was taking them into a land of surplus. That means no shortages. It was literally, the word means it was going to be an overflow.
Yeah.
And it not only overflowed, but it did it continually.
Yeah. Yeah.
The milk and honey was going to be there, Deacon Wallace, continually.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
God had so much that He wouldn't run out. God said, I'm taking you from the wilderness into a place where you'll never run out. But without faith, all they could see were giants.
Woo. Yeah.
And the whole time God was repositioning them. Anybody ever, I'm closing in a second, anybody ever been in a tough place and then you had to come to your senses and remember that God was simply repositioning you? That you were just in transition.
Yeah.
That you were just on your way somewhere. And along the way you had a few bumps, you had a few detours, you had a few struggles, but the Lord had been with you every step.
The whole time. Yep. Yes, sir.
But Israel's rebellious spirit also blinded them to God's removal of power from their enemies. God's intention the whole time was not only to reposition them, but to show them that He was going to take the perceived power of their enemies. Because in the text it says that Joshua and Caleb told them, these people are bread for us. That's figurative language.
Yeah.
Joshua and Caleb's way of saying, we're going to eat them for breakfast.
Yep.
That's their way of saying, God's got us. And then they say, their protection has been removed. Their perceived strength, their assumed advantage of physical stature will no longer mean anything. Because the Lord is with us.
Yeah.
I'm done. But sometimes you got to get to the point where you understand that God will not necessarily remove the enemy.
Right.
But He'll take their power.
Yes,
This is what I said. I said, God will let your enemy stand right in front of you. He'll just take their power. He'll let somebody on your job that's trying to keep you from elevating, and He'll let them stay right there, but He'll elevate you right in.
Yeah.
He'll let them train you for their position. Because He'll take the power of your enemy. He was removing their strength. Because that was His intention the whole time. And how many know that God has intentions that sometimes, if we're not careful, we'll miss? Because we're so busy and so preoccupied with struggles, we don't see God's sovereign power.